Let's try that again. Hi everyone. Being pregnant is hard. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new here. I post a lot about like what I do in my life and stuff. I've posted a remodel that my husband and I done. I've posted about my marriage. About us getting married, and now I'm currently pregnant, so I'm posting a lot of, pregnancy videos, or trying to at least. At this moment in time, I am 25 weeks pregnant, and I totally skipped and did not do the vlog that I wanted to on my first trimester, so I thought I would combine them both together. So I'm going to do my first trimester and my second trimester updates with you guys right now, and let you guys know what I've done, how I've done it, how I picked the products that I used, and so on and so forth. So let's get into it. Okay, so first thing I wanted to talk about was my first trimester. It was a doozy. For my first month of pregnancy, I had no idea I was pregnant, and that was for the month of August. Would have been my first month of pregnancy, and I didn't know. I had taken lots of tests throughout the month because my husband and I were trying, so I didn't want to like go and drink with my family and not, know if I was pregnant. So I would take a test every time before I would go drink with my family. Turns out they all came back negative. It wasn't until 4 days after my period that I tested positive. I thought that it was weird that my period was late. I didn't think that I was pregnant because I had taken all those tests beforehand, and it turns out I was talking to one of my friends, and she was like, well, why don't you just take one just in case? And I was like, okay, I'll just take one when I get home, because I was at work during that time. So when I got home, I took a test and it came out positive. I was terrified because I had previously had a miscarriage, so I was not really sure if I should have been excited or if I was just like sad or what was happening, but it was just like a lot of emotions. And then I had realized like I had drank that month because I didn't know that I was pregnant, and so then I felt like a horrible person because I was drinking. I talked to my doctor about that, by the way, and it was fine. So the first month went fine. I didn't notice I was pregnant at all. Come like the second and third month, well, I don't know if it was because my brain knew I was pregnant or what was going on, but I died. I died. I had the worst nausea, and it was horrible. I felt sick the whole entire time. The whole time I was pregnant, for the 2 months, it was like maybe 2.5 months that I was sick. I was sick. I felt so nauseous. I tried everything. I drank so many things that they tell you to do. Like, everybody told me different things, so I was just like trying them one by one. I tried ginger tea, making it out of like, fresh ginger. That helped a little bit, I will say that. So if you're interested in ginger tea, all you do is like boil ginger and water and you drink it, and it does help in the moment and maybe for like 20-30 minutes afterwards. If you want to like sip on it all day, that's something too. A lot of people make ginger candies. Yeah, I could not make ginger candies. That was not working for me. So I had bought these candies. They're like gingins. They're like hard candies supposed to help with nausea, and I thought they did help very much. They very much helped with the nausea in the moment, so I was just like sucking on them probably all day, every day. It says not to like have more than 6 pieces, so I had 6 pieces every day. The candies that my boss actually introduced to me that really worked are these. I'll post a picture of what they actually are, like over here in this corner. I got them on Amazon. They have they have medicine in it, so you can't take a lot of them, but they really help. The medicine is what they suggest for you to take during like at your doctor's visits and stuff. I just can't remember what it is right now at this moment in time. But they really work. They also have different types of ginger candies if you're feeling morning sickness. These are called Preggy Pops. So these are the lozenges, and then I also got the lollipop version of them. Personally, I think they're a little too sweet. I'm very much like the tart kind of person. I like the ginger. I'm not really, which is wrong because I do like candy. It's just, I felt like it was like I was eating candy all day and it just didn't feel right to me. So that's what I did to help my nausea. I did throw up a couple times during that time. So during my first 3 months, I lost 12 pounds because of, well, I barely ate. I barely ate. I only ate things that I felt that made me feel good. So I ate a lot of fruit. I mean, like, I went through so much fruit. Watermelons. Watermelon was one of my biggest ones. I love oranges. Oranges were great. What else did I do? There's this Mexican fruit market by my house. It's called La Michoacana, and we go there and you can get like a cup of fruit and they put like lime and a spicy salt on it. It's called tajin, and that was like basically all I ate. I also felt better when I ate carbs. Specifically when I ate like a plain bagel, so I would have like a plain bagel if I could eat that. My husband would make dinner and I would smell it and like, ugh, and so then that didn't happen. I didn't really eat them, or I would like pick at it and then I'd be like, oh, nope, can't do it. Grapes are great. Basically fruit. Fruit is what made me feel good, so fruit is what I ate, you know? Which is crazy because that's all I ate. So I lost 12 pounds. My doctor said it's normal. So many people lose that much weight during their first trimester because of the nausea and morning sickness. My boss is in her residency to become an OB, and she said herself that, like, I was just nauseous all the time. Like, I'm one of the lucky ones because she has seen some women who go in and they're literally vomiting everything that they eat up. And I was just thinking, how do you work, right? Like, how do you work and vomit everything up all the time? So I guess I was very lucky to feel just my nausea the whole time. I didn't feel that way because, well, you know, you don't feel like that in the moment. But this is where I was. This is my couch in my living room, and I would come home and lay down and like moan because of how horrible I felt. I didn't really grow very much. I honestly felt like my baby bump was just fat. Like, I felt like I just looked fat. Like, I just looked fat. I didn't look like I was pregnant. I just looked fat, and I'd hated like people looking at me or like touching my stomach because, yeah, there was a baby in there, but like I just felt fat, you know? And so I didn't really want them to touch me. I felt weird. During my first trimester, I told my husband and my family that we were pregnant. We didn't wait until our second trimester to tell them. We maybe waited like till my second month. It was really hard for me to hide it, so I had to tell my bosses too because I was nauseous all the time. I didn't want them to come back and think that I was like positive or COVID or, you know what I mean, because I might have been vomiting in the toilet. I didn't want, because I'm a nanny for the boys that I watch, to be like, Yatzia is sick. She's in the toilet vomiting right now, you know? So I didn't want those surprises to come and like scare my peoples. So I had to tell them. I had to tell everybody, yeah, we're pregnant. My husband was really happy about it. I'm really happy about it. I was scared, but my first trimester was scary too. So that was my first trimester story. Here is my second trimester. This is where I am right now. I am in my second trimester. Or actually, no, I'm not. I just started my third trimester because I'm 25 weeks. Already experienced my second trimester. My second trimester was great. I'd say 2 weeks into it, so like 3 months and 2 weeks, I no longer felt nauseous. I was able to eat. Things actually went down my throat and felt great. I ate food. I also grew the most. And I understand what they meant by that now. Is like you grow the most during your second trimester, because I went from just looking fat, like, to looking like my normal chubby self, to now looking like I actually have a baby in my tummy. So yeah, I grew the most in my second trimester. I mean, we can always see, you know, what happens in the next 3 months, but I really think I grew the most then. I had energy back because, you know, I didn't have energy for my first trimester. But I have energy again. I'm able to, like, actually function. I will say a couple things that I have felt that was kind of weird and, like, out of the ordinary, at least to my knowledge of what you're supposed to feel like when you're pregnant. When the baby started moving, a lot of people say, or like even my midwife said, that a lot of people confuse the baby moving for like gas. And I was like, I don't think it feels like gas, okay? I think it feels like you have a wiggly worm in there. Like, it feels like that's what it feels like when your baby moves. And I loved it. Or some people says it feels like little bubbles or butterflies, like when you're going down like a, my feet are falling asleep, guys. I can't sit like this much longer. Hopefully you don't see my feet. Like when you're going down a roller coaster and you feel your butterflies or your stomach comes up. That's not how it felt to me. It literally felt like there was like a worm going in there. The first time I felt the baby, I was in the car with one of my boys, and I was like, I freaked out, and he goes, "What's wrong?" And I told him, I was like, "I think I felt the baby." And he goes, "What? That's crazy." So he was like, "What does it feel like?" And he's so cute. He just wanted to know everything. He still does. He wants to know everything and anything to do with my baby. Like, he's so cute. I love him. So we had that conversation, but sorry for my tangent. My second trimester, I noticed I have pregnancy brain, so I can literally forget what I'm talking about in the middle of my sentence, and that freaks me out. I also forget things, so to help that, I started making a lot more lists, or I have like my Google Calendar, and I like really outline things, because I do not want to forget anything. Like, I'm in charge of other people's lives, you know. I'm a nanny, so I try my hardest to like keep myself up to date on everything that I need to do. But yes, pregnancy brain is so real. I feel it, and I don't like it at all. I just don't like it. Another thing is I feel lazy sometimes. So I know I have way more energy than I had my first trimester, but I have my days that I just feel so lazy, and I hate that feeling, the feeling of being lazy, like not wanting to do anything but just lay down. I hate that feeling, but I have been getting it a lot more often than what I would like to say or feel or like put out there. And my husband just looks at me and goes, "You're pregnant." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know I'm pregnant, but I don't have to be lazy." And he's like, "Well, sometimes you just have to listen to your body." So that's my husband. And I'm like, okay. My second trimester, there's this weird sensation that I get now, because it's close, like I'm at the end right now. So now I feel the baby move all day, every day. And it's amazing, and I love it, and I feel like I fall in love even more every time. But we're both really happy and excited, and we have totally come to terms. I am hoping for the Gilmore Girl life of loving and being there for my daughter in every way, shape, or form that I can be. And we're excited to have a girl. So a couple things that I do suggest for if you're having a baby and it's your first time, especially if your husband or boyfriend or whatever, or baby daddy doesn't know like what's gonna happen and doesn't know anything, because Maddie didn't know anything, and I don't think any man knows really much anything that's gonna happen during your pregnancy. I bought Maddie this book. I bought it off of Amazon. It wasn't really expensive at all, It tells the man exactly what to expect in his point of view. So it's not the women telling the men that's going to happen. It's like a man who wrote this book, and he's telling all other men like what's going on in during the pregnancy, and like what they can do to help, and all those things. And I think it has informed him so much and has helped him understand what's going on in my body. And I don't know, he's been so great. So I'm very proud of him, and I really, really suggest this book and recommend it. No joke. I have used, sorry, I use the app called Flow, which I know I showed in my first video. Nope, that's not gonna work. So I use the app called Flow. I personally love it. It like gives you a weekly update on the baby. It tells you what size the baby is, what to expect, what is happening in your body, what the baby's going through. When the baby starts to hear noises, it gives you suggestions on things to do to help even out when the baby comes out. My favorite one so far is like find a song that you like to sing to the baby. Sing it 2 to 3 times a day, because at the end when the baby comes out, it will most likely be the song that will soothe your baby, because in your stomach the baby hears the vibrations of your voice and gets really used to your tone. And so I've been doing that. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I picked You Are My Sunshine. I don't even know if that's the name of the song, but that's what I picked. I really wanted to try or choose a vitamin that was like full of nutrients, and I know every vitamin, every prenatal vitamin is. I wanted something that was more organic, natural, that didn't have any bad things in it anyways. Chemicals and stuff, and I researched and researched and researched and researched, and I was also taking these before we got pregnant. But I chose My Kind Organics. I love them. These are the chewables. I love them. They taste great. They are great. I also have the pill form, the My Kind pill form, and they are also great. They don't have a horrible aftertaste when you have them. They they make me feel good when I take them, even before I was pregnant, and stuff like that. So that's what I chose. These vitamins don't come with DHA in them, which is something that you have to take. It helps your baby's development of their brain and stuff. So I had to get a different vitamin to take, or supplement to take. So I take the prenatal DHA. So I chose this one. It's by the Garden of Life. All I did was subscribe to their monthly subscription on Amazon, and so they give you, after you have like 5 subscriptions, they give you like a 5 to 15% discount on the products that you have a subscription on. So that's great. I got a lot of them. This one is good. It does not have an aftertaste, because when I saw it, I instantly thought that it was going to have like that fishy taste, thinking of like fish oil, but it's not. They smell amazing. They taste fine. They're great. They're like little jellies, so they go down easily. I have a vitamin D deficiency, so on top of the vitamin D that comes in the prenatal, I also have to take a vitamin D, and I chose my Mary Ruth's. So this one I've taken it for a very long time. I love this vitamin. Tastes great, works great. What else can I ask for? When you are pregnant, they don't tell you these things, but your body does not process food correctly, and you can become constipated. So then they suggest for you to take like a probiotic, eat yogurt, you know, things like that to help your digestion easier. So I take the Garden of Life prenatal probiotics, and this is what they look like. I did lots of research on everything. I watched a million YouTube videos on everything that I chose, and it's great. So my 24 week doctor's visit, they did the sugar test. I hated the sugar test. It made me feel like crap, so I probably will never do that again. But they took my blood, and at that time, I guess it turns out that I'm low in iron. So my doctor told me, or my midwife, I don't know why I keep saying doctor, my midwife told me to take this so I am taking this. It's supposed to help with my iron. I've only been doing that for a couple days, so I don't know, but I have noticed when I went to Walgreens to go and pick it up, I had asked the pharmacist what were the side effects of having low iron, and it turned out that I was having a lot of those side effects, and I just didn't know that they were side effects. I just thought that was like pregnancy in general. So I hope it's gonna help with all those things. I don't know if you guys were able to see any of these things, so I'm gonna go closer. Roofs. So the reason I don't take the prenatals in the pill form all the time is because if I take the pill form consecutively, I started feeling nauseous, and like that didn't work out for me. So I alternate between pill and vitamin, or like these gummies, just because, you know, it helps with my nausea. I don't think there's a difference or anything. They have the same amount of stuff in them. It's just one is in a chewable form and the other one is in a pill form. This is my bump. I feel like it's cute. She's cute, you know? Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you guys want to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button and become part of my family.